So today we're going to learn expanding double brackets. So let's move to question. The first question says, expand and simplify this. X plus 8 in the bracket and in the bracket, x plus 7. In expanding brackets, there are so many ways to do it. Foil way or rectangles way or other way or other way. Now I want to show you the rectangles ways as this is included in the IGCSE book. So in the rectangle way, what we have to do is drawing the rectangle like this. Here, 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 and here. Then we have to divide this into 4 different parts. Not different, just 4 parts. And then we have to write each term here. But they should be positive. Like if the one bracket is the x minus 7, let's say, and then we have to change it to x plus, in the brackets, negative 7. And then our answer will be true. So first thing is x for this bracket, and then the second thing is 8. And then the first thing for this is x, and then the second thing is 7. So that is enough. And then for each shell we found here, for each small rectangle, we have to write multiplication of 2 terms. So here for first small rectangle, we know that x multiplied by x is equal to x squared. And then for second one, for x multiplied by 8 is equal to 8x. And then 7 multiplied by x is 7x. And 7 multiplied by 8 is 56. So now we have the rectangles and small rectangles and filled with numbers. And the last thing we have to do is adding 4 rectangles and then finish and simplifying left only. So x squared plus 8x plus 7x and plus 56. So this is equal to, we have one like term, right? Here x we have, and then x we have. So 8 plus 7 is 15, which means x squared plus 15x plus 56 will be our final answer. This is the first method you can use. And then the second method I will show you the foil method with another example. So the question says that expand and simplify this x plus 4 and then x minus 5. So in foil, what does foil stand for is, let's write F O I and L. So first outside, outside, inside, oh man, I confused, inside, and then last. So, and then we'll have different routines for each terms different routines that connects one term with each other, and then we'll call it with the beginning letters of first, outside, inside, and last, which is foil. So in that rule, we know that we have to multiply we can multiply the things. So for example, here x to first, and then x, and then the x to -5, and then 4x to x, and then 4 to -5. So let's write this. Firstly, we have x to the x, and then x to the -5, and then 4 to x, and then 4 to -5. So the first thing, as you realize, the first thing we have to do is multiplying the first term in the first bracket to the second to the first term in the second bracket, which will take the F letter from FOIL. First thing we did is x multiplied by x, and then outside the two terms in the outside, in the fourth terms, the line 1 by 1, and the x and the -5 is in the outside, right? So which means this line here will be outside. So this will take the O letter from FOIL. And then inside, same thing, but this inside terms. 4 and x is inside of the 2 and inside of the, the middle of the 4 terms, which will take I letter from FOIL, which is inside. Inside terms are multiplied to each other, outside terms multiplied to each other, which are x and -5, and then +4 and plus x. And then the last thing we have to do is last, as the name, last thing, and then the last multiplication of the two brackets. 4 to -5. And then now we have FOIL fully, and then we have to multiply the terms as in the order. Firstly, F. For the first is x multiplied by x, so x squared will give us, and then the second outside items, x and then the -5, which is equal to -5, and then 4 and x inside terms, which will give us the 4x, and then the lastly +4 and -5, which is -20. This was the last line that connected items with each other in multiplication. So then we have to simplify it, as the question says, simplify it as well. And then we have like terms, x and x here. So -5 and +4 will give us a -1. And then x squared -x -20 will be our final answer. And that's it for the question number 2. So, and then let's move to similar question like this, but we'll do it more faster or with the logically way. And so the question says to expand and simplify, the same thing for all of the questions. But the thing is, the same thing are multiplying to each other. So x minus 2 squared. We know that the rule, the basic rule already, we face this kind of things. A squared or a to the nth power means the a is multiplied to each other n times. In here, a squared means a is multiplied to each other 2 times, right? So here we can write x -7 as x -7 multiplied by x -7. We are taking an x -7 as one unit, one whole unit, and then writing it twice, because the same thing multiplied twice will give us the 1's square. So we have to use the same logic. We have to use the same thing, FOIL or square it, no matter you choose. And then I just will multiply the first thing to the second thing and third term, the first term in the second bracket. So x squared I will get as the x, and then the x will give us the x squared. And then the first thing to the second thing in the second bracket, x to the -7 will give us the -7x. And the inside things, second item in the first bracket to first thing in the second bracket, -7x again. And then the lastly, two -7s, which will give us a plus 49. Don't forget the two negative signs will give us a positive sign. So here we have like terms again, and x and the x. So 2 -7 is equal to 14, -14. So x squared -14x plus 49 will be our final answer in simplified form. Nothing to left to simplify, nothing left to expand. That is the final answer for it. And that is the end of our lesson as well. Thank you for watching until the end. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And that's it. If it's interesting, subscribe to follow to our Telegram channel as well. I will leave the link at the end. In the descriptions. Thank you.